The morgue received a female corpse with a bell attached to her foot. My girlfriend suddenly asked what the purpose of the bell on the deceased woman's foot was. The medical examiner explained it was to prevent being burned alive in case of a false death. We thought it was just a bizarre anecdote, but soon we couldn't laugh anymore. Everything began with this woman's body, which had been brought in a short time ago from the scene of a bizarre murder. The only thing found at the scene was this unidentified female corpse. On the surface, she had fair and beautiful skin without a single flaw. Even to the naked eye, it was impossible to tell she was already dead. But when we opened her eyes, we were shocked to find her pupils were completely gray. Clearly, she had been dead for several days. Stranger still, the bones in her limbs were all broken, yet there were no external wounds or bruises. This completely defied medical logic. It wasn't until I opened the corpse's mouth that we found the only wound her tongue had been completely cut out. Upon seeing this, the medical examiner recalled a human trafficking case from 15 years ago. The body from that case was very similar to the girl he was examining now. Back then, the broken limbs were likely caused by chains, and the tongue was cut out to prevent noise. Of course, this was just his speculation. The actual autopsy results still needed to be determined as soon as possible. But just as the medical examiner was about to begin, something strange happened. The radio suddenly turned on by itself, emitting a woman's scream followed by a song playing. Neither of us paid it much attention, assuming it was just a malfunction. The medical examiner began the autopsy, making a light incision with the scalpel. Bright red blood gushed from the wound, which was unusual. How could a dead person still have fresh blood? When the medical examiner used forceps to pry open the corpse's chest, we were utterly shocked. Her internal organs appeared to be burned. Under normal circumstances, such severe internal damage would require at least third-degree burns on the body. While we were still puzzled, thunder suddenly struck outside. The lights flickered and then went out. Then, a loud banging noise came from outside the door. Curious, I stepped out to check what was happening. When I looked up, I saw a strange figure in the mirror. But as I approached, the figure vanished without a trace.